As you can see here, I'm using the Master Ball on the Shadow Lugia because I've been doing attempt after attempt after attempt to snag this Lugia, and every single time it just keeps spamming Shadow Blast while shaking in the Pokeball one time and then breaking free. I have had enough of it. Hello everybody, the Chocolate 1000 point for duty, welcoming you back to more Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. In the last episode, as you can clearly tell with my reaction to the start of this episode, we didn't manage to snag the Lugia by trying to avoid using the Master Ball by all means necessary. Even though in the last episode I did say, don't use your Master Ball on the Lugia, try catching it the legit way, because the Master Ball will become very helpful later on. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with what has originally happened in Pokemon Colosseum. Go through the true final battle without using the Master Ball. And after you snag the Shadow Lugia, you will be battling against Gale. God, look at those eyes. So anyway, Gale here is known to be a cheat in Pokemon games because he's the only trainer that actually uses 7 Pokemon in his team. And believe me when I say this, they are all Shadow Pokemon. Starting off with Rhydon, level 46, Ground Rock type, Lightning Rod or Rocket for the ability. With the moves Shadow End, Shadow Down, Shadow Panic and Shadow Hold. His second Pokemon, Shadow Moltres, level 50, Fire Flying type, with Pressure for the ability, with the move Shadow Fire, which is his signature Shadow move, Shadow Shed, Shadow Hold, and Shadow Rush. Now, the main reason why I said you should save your Master Ball here is because, as you can tell from the gimmick that he has a Moltres, means he also has 2 other legendary Pokemon, which I think you can clearly tell who they are. So, just bear that in mind, that it is not going to be easy to try and snag all 6 of his Pokemon at the exact same time. But, if you fancied, you can actually snag some of his Shadow Pokemon and kill the rest. Because, even when you've beaten him and his Shadow Pokemon, the Shadow Pokemon will not fly off somewhere. They will actually stay with him. So you can battle Gale as many times as you like. I am not kidding. You can battle Gale as many times as you like to try and snag the Shadow Pokemon that he has. So, yeah. So we're going to try and snag some of the Pokemon, but not all of them. Right, we'll do Psychic on Moltres, and we'll try and snag that Rhydon. See, look at that. That easy to snag Rhydon, but not easy to snag Lugia. His next Pokemon, Shadow Executor, level 46, Grass Psychic type, Chlorophyll for the ability. With the moves Shadow Storm, Shadow Shed, Shadow Hold, and Shadow End. I believe the majority of his team uses Shadow End. Actually no. Rhydon and Executor are the only Shadow Pokemon that use Shadow End. Right, okay, okay. This actually is going to be a silly thing for me to do, but I'm going to try and snag that Shadow Moltres. And then I'll use Icy Wind to be on the safe side. Right, okay, shook twice, so I got a hunch that I might be able to snag Moltres easily than I did with Lugia. Okay, there's the Shadow End again, but luckily it missed. And there's Shadow Fire, the signature Shadow move of Moltres. In case you're wondering what that move does, is that it has a chance to cause burn to your Pokemon. So just be aware of him using that move. Right. We'll try and snag the Executor now. And we'll take the time to use a revive on Jolteon. Because we need Jolteon more than anything else for this fight. And it's not just for the paralysis. I'm going to see if I can try and snag all 6 Shadow Pokemon. But if I can't, then I'll just stick with whatever the amount of Shadow Pokemon I can snag. His next Pokemon after snagging that Executor, Shadow Tauros, level 46, normal type, Intimidate for the ability. With the moves Shadow Rush, Shadow Hold, Shadow Shed, and Shadow Sky. Tauros is a really good physical attacker, so just be alert of him if you're dealing with him. Okay, luckily the Houndoom will not get burnt here because he is a part Fire type. Right. Let's throw another Ultra Ball. Try again with the Moltres. And we'll heal up Houndoom so we don't lose him. Yeah, because as you can tell with legendary Pokemon, they all have a catch rate of 3, but in bracket at full health, 0.4%. So you can tell they're more likely going to be going 1 and then breaking 3 every time, which is very annoying. And with the fact that he just constantly spams one move all the time, means it's going to be in a fixed routine where it's like Lugia, Shadow Blast every single turn and keeps refusing to get caught. Moltres is doing the exact same thing where it's like using Shadow Fire back to back all the time. So I think it's fair to say that you know what's happening here. We might not be able to snag any of the legendary Pokemon that he has in his team. But when I say the legendary Pokemon in his team, that could just mean Moltres. I know it did say he's got other legendaries, but you never know what legendaries they are. Right, actually, wait, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I actually want to weaken them off a bit more. Okay, I can understand the logic of him doing that. He probably thought I was going to switch my Pokemon out. But I believe you're allowed to switch your Pokemon out before he does that move. I mean, if anything, if he actually wanted to do an all-Shadow team against his Shadow team, the majority of the time he would just be spamming Shadow moves and they would not be very effective whatsoever. Although that is all fine and good, but the majority of the Shadow Pokemon that we've caught in our journey, we've already purified. Pretty much the only Shadow Pokemon we have left are the 9 sitting in the Purified Chamber, plus an extra 4 or 5 that we couldn't put in the Purified Chamber just yet. Okay, once again, Ultra Ball and Moltres, and we'll use Water Pulse on Tauros. Wow, how come that didn't work with Lugia? Paralysis, red health, and then he caught it. His next Shadow Pokemon, Articuno. Yeah, you saw where I was coming from when I said that he's got legendary Pokemon on his team, and you might know who they are because of the Shadow Moltres. He has Shadow Articuno, level 50, Ice Flying type, Pressure for the ability, with the moves Shadow Chill, Shadow Shed, Shadow Sky, Shadow Rush. Shadow Chill is Articuno's Shadow signature move, which I believe has a chance to freeze the opponent. So, yeah. I'm not too sure what would be the best case scenario for me to go along with this. I mean, I could use Dragon Breath on Articuno and then try and snag the Tauros, but Tauros' catch rate is pretty low. So I'm going to use another Water Pulse on Tauros. So I say this now. Don't be afraid to kill any of Weevil's Pokemon if you feel like you can't snag them. If you feel like your team is dealing with a lot of pressure, kill the Pokemon that you're dealing with, because I tell you this right now, if you fail this battle, you have to snag all the Shadow Pokemon all over again. So, yeah. Just bear that in mind. I am still going to try and snag as many Shadow Pokemon as I can, but if I get under pressure, I will try to kill the majority of his team. So on Flygon's turn, I'm going to use a Max Revive, and I'm going to use that on Gardevoir. And Cyclops will use another Ultra Ball, but we're going to use it on Tauros. Okay, I had that coming. Oh, Tauros knows out of his confusion and using Shadow Hold, I see. And the Shadow Sky's gone. Good. So now, what I can do is, I can use... actually, I'm going to use Flamethrower on Articuno. Yeah, I actually taught Flamethrower to Flygon off camera before trying to snag that Lugia again. And Cyclops, once again, will try and snag the Tauros. We have been a certain set number of turns in this battle so far, so we can technically use Timables now, but I don't think they're going to be that effective yet. There we go, Tauros is snagged. That just leaves 2 Shadow Pokemon left. Shadow Articuno being 1, and the 6th and final one, Zapdos. Level 50, pressure for the ability, electric flying type, which you can pretty much tell, with his signature move of Shadow Bolt, Shadow Shed, Shadow Sky, Shadow Rush. All of the legendary birds, apart from Moltres, carry Shadow Shed, actually no, all the legendary birds that Weevil is using has Shadow Shed and Shadow Rush. Articuno and Zapdos both have Shadow Sky, whereas Moltres has Shadow Hold, and they all have their unique shadow move of Shadow Fire, Shadow Chill, and Shadow Bolt. Shadow Bolt, for those that are probably wondering, has a chance to paralyze your Pokemon. Okay, we're going to use an Ultra Ball and try to snag that Articuno. Wow. Okay. From all the moments where I keep saying, use the Master Ball in this fight, I've not been in any need of wanting to use it. Even though I probably wouldn't do now anyway, but I've literally snagged 5 Shadow Pokemon, even though I failed to snag Moltres twice before the 3rd one succeeded, and Tauros only took 2 to snag him. Everybody else just been 1. I think we're in a comfortable scenario here. Like, yes, we have 2 Pokemon fainted, but I am occasionally regenerating my team's health so that way we don't get into a rough case scenario. We still have the max repel in our possession that we got in the building that we encountered Master Greevil before battling Elvis. Elvis? Oh my god. Eldis! Oh my god. I can't believe I mistakenly called Eldis Elvis. Imagine if that was a thing. Having the King of Rock, Elvis Presley, be in a Pokemon game. My god. Oh god. Me and my brain sometimes. Alright, let's use a timer ball. We have been in this battle for some time now. Might not work, but it's always worth a try. Okay, like I said, it's always worth a try. I actually didn't want to say anything when I was using Flamethrower then. I was almost like debating to say, thank heavens I'm not getting the burn with oh yeah, Cyclops is paralyzed, alright. Thank goodness I'm not getting the burn with Flamethrower, and I bet as soon as I said that, I would have actually burnt it. But thankfully I didn't. Okay. Ultra Ball it is. It does actually match Zapdos' colour scheme because it is a black and yellow ball. Well, a black ball with yellow stripes. Okay, okay. I'm not sure if it's going to be the exact same case scenario with Zapdos here as it is with Lugia, where it's just refusing to get caught. We use another Ultra Ball. I don't want to use another attacking move. Actually, you know what? We'll use Psychic because Cyclops' special attack is not really the greatest in the world. And if we KO the Zapdos, then that's no biggie. That really is no biggie. Because, I mean, if anything, between the legendary birds, Zapdos is my favourite. I mean, I do like Moltres and Articuno just the same as Zapdos, but I much prefer Zapdos than I do with the other two. Because Zapdos is the only legendary bird out of the 3 that does not share a quad weakness to rock. Because Zapdos is only weak to ice and rock types. Whereas Moltres is quad weak to rock, but is also weak to water and electric. Whereas Articuno is also quad weak to rock, but it's also weak to fire, steel, and electric. Right, okay. Another Ultra Ball on Zapdos. And I'm going to take this time to use... Oh, we actually used our Max Revive. Alright, never mind. We'll use one of our regular revives, and I think we'll revive Slapper. That was close. That was seriously close. I thought we was actually going to snag that Zapdos then. I have high hopes we can get this Zapdos. High hopes. Right, this has got to be the one this time. This has got to be the one. There it is. Done it. We snagged all 6 of his shadow Pokemon without the need of a Master Ball. Ugh. Look at that. All of those shadow Pokemon. I cannot believe it. How did it take that many tries to snag a Shadow Lugia, but not a Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos? Oh. How? A mere child. A mere child crushed my cherished plan. Oh, look who's returned. What? This can't be. It's your fault. I won't forgive. There is no forgiving you. Grandmaster, we're done here. We should blow up Dark Isle with the child still on it. But if we did that, our shadow Pokemon data and our subordinates would be lost as well. Grandmaster, such things can be replaced. We must ensure our own survival. I've readied the helicopter for our escape. We've got to leave now. You're right. Wait! Please wait. You're willing to sacrifice everyone so you can escape? You should be ashamed. Ashamed? Clinging to foolish pride with guarantee Cypher's demise. Cypher must survive. This is our final duty. The Grandmaster feels the same way. Yes. For Cypher's sake, sacrifices must be endured. What are you saying? The Shadow Pokemon Factory has been destroyed. XD001 was defeated. Nothing remains of Cypher. Silence! Cypher will live forever. If only this child hadn't. Grandmaster, please give the order to blow up Dark Isle. Yes, it can't be helped. Don't begrudge us, child. Stop! Let's put a stop to this. Father. Don't call him Father. Call him the Grandmaster. Father, you've lost sight of what is important. You got carried away by this whole Grandmaster nonsense. It isn't possible to take over the world by producing powerful Pokémon. Just think of this child. This child's pure heart won out over XD001. We were in the wrong. Silence, silence, silence! Why aren't you showing some spine? We've come so far! Cypher is finished. Father, you yourself should know that more than anyone. Oh. Aldous, I hope you're not going to do what I hope you're going to do. Now please, stand up. This is how it should be. The laws of the land will render judgment on what we have done. Oh, everything I did, all of it was a mistake? Thanks to your courage, we were finally able to wake from our nightmare. Thank you. You have nothing to fear from us ever. You should return home to your family. Let us meet again too. The next time we battle, it won't be as mortal enemies. I will look forward to it. Well, that's a plus side to here, at least. But we have managed to snag every single shadow Pokemon. As much as we can snag. The history of Cypher is long lived to be postponed. And what I mean by that is, we will never ever hear from Team Cypher in the Ori region anymore. They are done once and for all. We have helped everybody in the Ori Coliseum not once, but twice. As we now head home, in hope to purify those last remaining shadow Pokemon we have yet to purify. I hope you lots have all enjoyed this game as much as I have. It's actually one of my all-time favourite Pokemon games. I know the whole shadow business is a lot of hassle, but yeah. I mean, the only thing I was having trouble with was indeed that Shadow Lugia, but besides that, well, this is a really good game. If you have not yet played this game, I highly recommend that you do so. If you want, by all means, want to play Pokemon, because it's your childhood dream to actually be a Pokemon trainer, then fulfill that dream. Follow on with your quest and do exactly what it is you originally want to do, as we see all the Pokemon in this credits that we have actually snagged, purified, and all other kinds of stuff that we have done in this game. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for having your time to watch my videos. It really means a lot to me, because I understand the fact I am not the greatest Let's Player in the world. I can handright admit that, because like with Sugar Conroy, he is able to edit videos showing all the bad stuff afterwards and all the good stuff that is needed to be shown. Like say for instance Xenoblade Chronicles, there's like a good side to a quest and a bad side. He shows you what to do for the good side, and then he shows the bad side in the end slate. I wish I was just as good as him. I really do wish that. But unfortunately, I'm just not. Technology is not really my strongest forte. But without a shadow of a doubt, I hope you really enjoyed this Let's Play. I do have another Let's Play that I am indeed in the middle of running, but I haven't actually uploaded a single episode yet. The reason why that is because I want to upload all the episodes in XD Gale of Darkness first, before starting to upload that Let's Play. So, just letting the credits roll, I'm going to end things off here. Thank you ever so much, from the bottom of my heart. Join me next time, as we will be showing that new Let's Play. I'll see you guys next time for more bonus episodes of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.